Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of two videos we got for you today.
But first, an important word from our sponsors.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, what's going on?
What are you hiding?
Nothing.
Have you seen Dad's wallet? He's real pissed. He's stomped all over the house looking for it.
That guy loses everything. I might be like behind the counter or something. I don't know.
You have it right there. What are you doing with his wallet?
I was trying to buy him a gift for Father's Day.
Oh, it is coming up, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about this right here? There's a tie.
He's never worn a tie, ever.
What about these cool underwear gloves? They're pretty sweet.
No. And you're gonna use his money to buy that?
Well, a new Lego set came out, so I'm kind of broke right now.
Give me his wallet.
No, hold up. Hold up.
Well, it looks like you're buying him a new wallet.
That's better than this, I guess.
You put my name on the gift, and I won't tell him that you took his wallet. Deal?
Done.
Get the people in your life a gift they'll actually want. An extra smart wallet. Right now, there are amazing deals that are so good you can grab one for yourself while you're at it. Click the links down below to check out all Extra has to offer. Free shipping, free returns, and a 12-month warranty. There's no reason not to.
That's right, guys. The Labor Day sale is going on right now, up to 30% off all the stuff at Extra. Get yourself one. There's dudes in your family that I know need wallets because they're walking around with ones with Velcro or chains. Maybe it's time to move on.
Stop living in the past.
All right, Alex, tell us what the heck has been going on in-game. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful extended weekend. Obviously, our news didn't go up on Monday since we took Labor Day off. And, yeah, so we're back, and let's figure out what the heck is going on in gaming.
Lots of stuff today.
Yeah. Exciting
episodes. We'll start off with NetEase is going to shut down Oka Studios. The developer recently released Visions of Mana. It's just
studio closure.
Yeah, studio closing down, and so
I never played Divisions of Mana,
yeah,
so I contributed to that.
Yeah, it's a tough time, especially with NetEase. They're working on a lot of free-to-play stuff, making dirty, filthy money, just like them and Tencent and some of these other things. So some of these smaller studios working on other, alternate projects, things aren't going so well. So. It's tough. It's a tough time. So,
well, if they're making dirty money, why are they shutting down a studio?
Because that studio's not making
it's like
dirty
not
money.
them, the other.
Yeah, all the other
I
ones.
see. So if they don't make dirty money, you're shut down.
Yeah.
Got it.
So, not good. Randy Pitchford back in the news.
Oh my God! They're trying their best to, recover from the disaster that was the Borderlands film. So of course they're going to talk Borderlands 4. Borderlands 4. Here's concept art for Borderlands 4. I just saw it on my phone
But
like
just
recently.
streaming now, you could go ahead and check it out at your home if you want to.
Absolutely.
That is wild. It's like a month or two after the fucking film comes out. It's streaming now. Don't waste your money.
No. This time he's talking about the disastrous Risk of Rain expansion that was super expensive, especially in some markets. They jacked up the price, and then they released a patch to go along with that DLC that fucked everyone's game up. And so things aren't going super hot for Randy over there, but he wants to let you know that, look, even the Beatles only had a 25% success rate. Or hit rate is what he said.
Joe's a big fan of the Beatles.
Do not compare yourself to the Beatles. Come on.
Wow. Even I would be like, excuse me, did you bring up the Beatles?
No,
when it comes to you,
sir.
This man has no limit to his hubris.
Yeah. The problem with that statement is 11 out of the 14 total Beatles albums debuted at number 1.
Oh,
so
yeah. 11 albums at number 1. Pitchford, do you have 11 albums at number 1? If not, then please get the Beatles out your mouth. Get the Beatles out your mouth when comparing yourself to whether stuff are hits or not.
Yeah.
Now he's back on X, so.
But I guarantee you that Borderlands 4 will be a hit. The movie, no. The Borderlands 4, hey, us as gamers, we like the franchises, we like the sequels, and so it's probably going to make buku money. So they can't wait. They can't wait to get past this film and this negative news cycle tarnishing
And
the
work on
brand.
part 2.
It's like, don't stop asking me about the movie. I have as many successes. Even the Beatles didn't have a very good success rate. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Shut the fuck up.
When I think of Randy, I think of
Trash.
When I think of the Beatles, I think of low success rates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to stop talking about Borderlands movie because the Borderlands movie did crash and burn, but The Crow, also a Lionsgate feature, is out flopping it.
that was bad.
Yes, that's what I told you. That's why I gave it a 1 out of 10. Recently watched The Whole Crow with my girlfriend, and it has style, it has substance, it has tension. Brandon Lee is a character, Eric. He's funny, he's sarcastic, he's
a good guy.
Cool, and he's a good guy. Pets his cat. He has, the orphan child that
Yes,
he
he's
takes
helping
care
the
of.
mom
There's heart there. There's
get off
and
drugs.
what is the new Crow? It's literally Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox's relationship personified in a film. It's like these two all they did
let's go
a
on a
bunch of
fucking
drugs
bender.
together,
Yeah.
and apparently they have deep love, but you're like questioning it because half the time, 75% of the time, you're on hardcore drugs and you're skipping out on therapy, and you're just being rich assholes.
You think?
And then there's no emotional gravity. There's no Ernie Hudson. A lot of people forget that Ernie Hudson was in that original film, and he gives it a lot. There's a lot to it to have that, and there's no similar character there. So there's just nothing. And this new Crow is a fuck up. He already fucks up 2 or 3 times. He's just got no style, and all the songs were wrong. So, and I watched. It's funny because I watched. God darn it. What is it? Random Goth Couple. Because I was scrolling through the reviews and I was like, what do goths think of, the new Crow? And even they hated it. Even they hated it. I think it was like a 4 out of 10. And that's generous from them because they're like, there's this. I don't like to shit on things they were saying, and they were shitting on the film.
Yeah.
So therefore, it was probably a 2.
The one that caught me off guard was Moist. He's like, "Oh, this is like good bad." I was like, "Oh no, my friend, it's
No.
bad."
You got to show him some good bad.
Well, because he
probably
likes
doesn't
a lot.
have good
no,
bad
he likes a lot
perspective.
of like bad movies. It's like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, I could see those. Those are pretty bad." But this one's like not.
There's just
that
nothing there.
good.
It's so mediocre. It's so plain. It's so flat that it just was not good. So
It fell out of the box office top 10 its second weekend.
yeah. Second weekend. That's like the weekend you're supposed to increase your growth, make more money as word of mouth spreads.
Yeah.
No, it didn't happen.
Massive flop.
So when is this one streaming? In 1 month, 2? 2
I'm
months?
surprised it's not already streaming already. Lionsgate over there is hemorrhaging money.
Give it a week. So The Crow earned $8.1 million total in North American theaters and $1.4 million internationally. Total box office tally of $9.5 million to date. That's really bad because you only get about half of that money.
Wow.
And the movie itself costs
So you're saying it's a bigger disaster than Borderlands?
than Borderlands.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And that thing is already out for
You said how much was it to make?
Over $50 million, and then on top of that, plus advertising.
Yeah, marketing.
60-ish maybe.
Yeah, it's not.
Damn.
Yeah.
I guess nobody cared about that license. Or nobody was clamoring for a Crow remake. And let it be a lesson. Like we said last time we talked about it. Let it be a lesson. The Rock, leave Big Trouble in Little China alone.
Yes.
I mean, I was in the theater just recently, and there's like this trailer for some Christmas movie where it's like, it just looks, I don't know, just looks tired to me. Hey, it looks like a Netflix film. Where,
yeah,
where he's like some Christmas commando or something.
Yeah, that is not.
Like we're going back to the Hulk Hogan times.
Suburban Commando?
Yeah.
That was great.
That's crazy. Movie sucked too, John.
He's also in
movie.
3 Ninjas.
3 Ninjas? Yeah.
He's in 3 Ninjas 2.
One of them, yeah.
Or no, the battle at something mountain, right? Yeah. 3 Ninjas 1, classic. I prefer 3 Ninjas to Surf Ninjas.
Surf Ninjas.
Yeah. So, all right, let's
I
talk.
prefer Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
3?
That's great.
Yeah, I prefer better wrestlers that are there's actually a new wrestler movie out, Jackpot, on Amazon. Did you see? Number 1 in America on Amazon Prime, and I go, okay, what's number 2? Rings of Power. I'm like, so this $500 million franchise couldn't even beat John Cena and Aquafina in jackpot. Just a random movie I've never even heard about, and it's number one. And $500 million could not beat it.
Don't remind me. This week, huh?
Yeah.
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 Sad.
Family was in town, and they had the jackpot on, and it was surprisingly it was all right. Did you watch it?
No.
It's all right.
Probably
You
just
know.
fine.
Apparently, Aquafina was a YouTuber. I didn't know that. They do like an inside joke. It's like wrestlers and YouTubers. But they act like they're genuine, in the film. They're genuine people. And they're just like the Crow and the fucking Rings of Power. The dialogue is just so bad. It just doesn't feel genuine. It feels like Amazon buying a license, writers who have no business writing, in the Tolkien lore, changing things to make them their own. It's like, a messenger was sent. Is it from Eregion? Quite the opposite. It is a messenger from the Southlands. So the Southlands is opposite from Eregion? What are you talking about? What is the opposite of light? What is the opposite of Eregion? Southlands. What? No, you wrote it that way because you knew that the audience was like, oh, that's the message from Eregion that was supposed to show up. And the writer, quite the opposite. I just can't stand it. There's a tempest within me. Oh, brother.
Well, I got some good news. Twitter is now banned in Brazil. It's currently shut down. Elmo was fighting.
Oh my
with,
God!
a
Elmo?
judge.
Who's Elmo? I love Elmo.
Elmo Musk.
Oh no! Is that what people call him?
Yeah. And so originally, what I've seen is the Brazilian government said, "Look, we have laws against people spreading hate speech and all these other things. We have identified these accounts that all they are doing is spreading hate speech and these other things.
Yeah.
We would like you." And from what I've seen, it says 7 specific accounts, and there was a list of the accounts on there, and it is hate speech stuff.
Yeah.
And so then Elon said, "No, this is censorship." It's like, well, yes, even in the United States, we do have the First Amendment, the free speech, but that doesn't say that all speech is completely free. Incitement and hate speech and so on and so forth. And Brazil said, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And so Elon said no, and they're like, well, you also have to appoint someone within Brazil to act as like a legal representative here. And he said no, and he closed all the offices down. And the judge said, well, all right, well, fuck you. Twitter is gone here, which is the third largest market in the world.
Be careful, Alex. 15% of our audience is going to get mad at you for talking badly about Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah, he's doing really, really great for Twitter. They're doing awesome right now. And the Cybertrucks did super amazing. Hey, remember when he made a fucking tube and he couldn't make a two-stop subway system work?
The hypertunnel?
Yeah, it was awesome. The dude is super cool. He does everything amazing.
He a lot of people got upset last time we talked about Twitter because he was like trying to sue EA and sue advertisers for not being on his platform. Stop talking about that. Like, oh my God.
He's a billionaire.
And it's hilarious. I just pulled up his account and he shared a AI image of Kamala Harris in like some communist outfit. She looks like she's straight out of Red Alert, and it's an AI generated image, and it's like, isn't it wild that she wore this? And it's like, bro, you're literally spreading misinformation to dumb people, and your platform has turned into utter shit. And look, if you want to, he bought it for how many billions and millions of dollars? Like, if he wants to try to influence the election to get his butt buddy Donald Trump elected, and maybe he thinks he's going to get a cabinet position or basically breaks in taxes and things like that, then have at it, Hoss. I'm actually quite curious. Can you buy like one of the biggest social media platforms? And then you look at his account, it's literally nonstop, promoting Trump and all this other stuff. It's like, can you influence, an election and turn votes and turn young voters and do that by spreading half misinformation to, and then through the grapevine it gets worse and worse. I'm curious. I guess we'll see. We'll see in November how it cracks out. And whether all this was effective or not.
But Alex, you could use a VPN and still have X in Brazil, right?
No.
You get fined.
Yeah. I mean,
they're fined. I saw somewhere it's like they would fine them like up to $8,000.
They're talking about getting people around it. He's also saying, this is a quote from Elon himself from his Twitter. There is growing evidence that fake judge Alexander engaged in serious, repeated, deliberate election interference in Brazil's last presidential election. Under Brazilian law, that would mean up to 20 years in prison. And I'm sorry to say that it appears...
That's funny. He supports the guy that was supporting fake electors in our own fucking election. All public knowledge. You can look it up yourself. Yeah. Even Trump supporters, if you actually read the indictment, even you would be like, yeah, that's probably not somebody I want to support.
The second part of the tweet is, anyone with examples or evidence to this effect, please reply to this post. So he's like, there's evidence that he broke the law, but I don't have any. So can you please tweet at me some of this stuff, because it's definitely true. This is just ridiculous. He's gonna have to figure out his own stuff, or he's going to continue to lose marketplace. Eventually, the Twitter board of directors can maybe come in and do something. But I don't know. I think Twitter has zero value.
Yeah,
I'm rarely on there anymore. So there's just nothing but bad
I
stuff.
finally blocked him. You know, it's like it got so bad because he's literally spreading tons and tons of misinformation all the time, and he's clearly slanted one particular way. And more power to him, you know, because you did spend $44 billion. And you're trapped in the corner. It's like, well, I'm going to get some fucking value at that. I want this guy to win. Let me put everything I can and make sure all of my sycophants and everybody, you know, do follow my line of thinking. And he says, you know, he's a free speech warrior. Meanwhile, he's suing certain people for exercising their free speech right, you know, on Twitter. And he bans certain accounts. A lot of them happen to be left-wing accounts. So I don't buy it. And yeah, X. It's now officially becoming X. Are you starting to call it X more rather than Twitter?
I do.
Yeah, I think there was at some point in transition. It's just become his sort of like pet project. So now it's X instead of Twitter. It's finally merged into that. Just a shit hole, I guess, unless you get a blue account. And
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I imagine it's going to come back. They're going to figure it out, and his investors are going to look at him and go, like, "Look, you are destroying this company. This is a problem." But as of right now, it is no longer allowed in Brazil. I'm sure there's people over in the EU that are looking at this very closely as well, because they also do have regulations about some of these things. And again, it's not. I am 100% for free speech. The non-protected speech is the stuff that when you're making up crazy things or you're inciting violence against other people or hate speech. Those aren't protected things. They have no place. And this is what we're trying. They're not the same thing. In good news, surprising news, the biggest thing that happened today was after a week and a half, Concord
Free to play
is no more.
Wait, what?
You mean free to play?
Just before we filmed the news, there
Yeah.
was you could still play it, and I was planning on doing a little quick side review on it. So you're saying
with these quick matches that you can't get into?
I'm sure. Yeah, it was taking me a while to get into some of them.
That was a major problem coming up to this week. Is one of the stories before this broke is PC players are having a huge issue getting in. There was IGN reported that 25,000 sales is the total amount, because people are like, how many people could have possibly bought it on
I was
Steam?
like, okay, look, you know, there was 97 players when I was playing. There's 120 players right now. And 697 was the highest, like you said,
that's ridiculous.
on Steam. But people, when I was streaming and I was saying that, there was a few Concord fans in there defending the game. They're like, that's obviously it's Steam, it's PC, idiot. On PlayStation, it's way higher. And I'm like, yeah, I'll grant you that. I do think it's way higher on PlayStation. But apparently these numbers came out, and I read that news story, 25,000. And I was like, oh, so I get it. 25,000 people buy it on Steam, and then, like, you know, a subsection are like, okay, I don't have time right now. I'll play it later, play it this. So you're only having between 600 and 100 players on at a time. No! Apparently that 25,000 number, that's not the Steam. This the PlayStation 5 up on there and putting it in. What?
Yeah.
This might be the biggest high-profile flop
That was released.
of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
That's been released.
I mean, we gave Sega a lot of, like, we raised our eyebrows at Sega when they were like, we can't release hyenas. And people were like, hyenas may not be so bad. And they looked at it and went, no, we're going to have to cancel this thing. It did cost us $100 million. And we're like, why would you do that? Well, this is why. Concord came out, and it is just as bad as it looked, and no one wanted to play it comparatively.
It's actually not that bad. Because I was in the middle of playing it and reviewing it. It is bad because it's $40. You know,
Right.
if it was free to play,
But
I
plus
can
it
totally
cla-
see
it
people.
came out with these other games too,
Right.
though. I'd rather waste my money on fucking Wukong or
Yeah.
whatever, $18 for
But
Star Wars.
it was almost shocking. And playing it at release, after having spent $40, I was thinking, oh man, all these little trinkets and skins will unlock at a much more regular pace since you paid up front. They want to be generous. No, Joe. I got like 2 charms, and I was playing them a long time. I leveled them like fucking 10.
I saw. I was like, why is
what
he doing
the fuck?
this?
And then
to
look
himself?
at the different colors. It's literally recolors, and then maybe at the very, very end, a different skin. And I was like, wow. So I wasted my money.
Well,
I didn't refund
You do
it.
get a refund. So that's
Are
the
you
next,
serious?
That's the next thing. So it's like it's going to be brought down. It made it 9 days, and refunds will be offered automatically on all storefronts over the coming days.
I better put some more time into that just so I have enough footage to put something out.
What went wrong?
There's 120 players, which is the highest it's been in a while. I think people are logging on and they're like, oh shit, I better play before I can never play again.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, and it's sad that it's only 120 players.
You said 9 days?
Yeah.
Wait, 9 days what?
It lived for 9 days.
Oh yeah. I thought you said is it gonna be taken down in 9 days?
No,
Does it
it's
put
3,
a date?
Yeah, so I think it's going offline September 6th, 3 days.
Oh my God, September's Friday. What? These wow. These assholes. They're assholes, right? They're gonna refund people. Then you won't be an asshole. But right now you're an asshole because they're like, okay. Do you want to make it go free to play? You know, hey, that $40 price point is fucking stupid. It's going to destroy your game. You need to change it. No. And then they release it. Hey, the $40 price point destroyed your game, and are you going to make it free to play now and refund everybody else? No. I guess we're just going to pull it offline completely.
But what about the stories?
That makes me think about the story.
That are going to make these characters more compelling.
But Joe, I thought you were talking about the different cutscenes.
Yeah,
and I was
that
thinking
too.
to myself as I was writing notes on the game, I'm like, I don't know if they have a lot of the cutscenes already made. They probably have maybe like 4 for the 4 weeks or something, but they were planning on doing these really, because it's expensive to make these long cutscenes. So they're just like, yeah, fuck it, we're not investing any more.
Check
in
out
this
Suicide Squad. I'm curious
but
now.
I am curious to see whether they're pulling it down temporarily and then changing the format so that it can then go to free to play.
They have said that they're pulling it down and they're going to explore options, quote, to better reach our players. So
All
that
right,
could
that's free to play.
That could be free to play.
That's
That could be like what they did with Anthem, where they take it offline and they're like, we're going to do a complete overhaul, and then they just lit it on fire and we're like, no, we're not going to do anything about it.
There's no way they can charge $40 again for it, so it's going free to play.
Yeah. Or they're going to gut it and try to do something else
I've been
entirely
seeing
different with it. But
Just wait.
Well, if they gutted it and did something else for it, do you think they would charge money for that?
I don't think it would be
else?
called Concord anymore. Or they would. Didn't one of those games
I don't think
release
that's ever happened.
Released and then it wasn't very good, and they got re-released as the sequel, like at a short period of time. So I think it's happened before. But I don't know. I mean, they're going to look at it.
There was one battle royale game I think that did that. I thought you mentioned, but no, I think this is clearly it's going free to play. So they have to stop selling it legally at $40. And so they need to pull down that version of the game, and I'm sure and now the reason why it's going offline is because now they're going to inject all the microtransactions, all of the stuff and you know what? All that stuff was probably already made, and they knew this was coming because a lot, they tried to milk the 697 people, the 25,000 people. They thought, okay, maybe we'll make some of the money back, but they didn't expect that low numbers, and since it's that low numbers, they have to refund everybody. And now they can put all their bullshit microtransactions back into the game.
Those
and a bunch
who
of more
got
skins.
Yeah, so go get your refunds. You've got time on Steam and the other storefronts to do it.
I have to submit a ticket or something? They're not just going to credit my account?
I think that they said that for Steam, it may not be automatic. But
I don't think they would be like, let's keep some of the money. If you guys want a refund, we'll give you.
Hey, you have to ask
exactly.
us for the refund.
Yeah, I think the big problem is when do you release it? If it's going free to play.
Next year. It's not. It's done this year. September. It's toward the end of the year. The year's too busy. Also, people don't like to put stuff out during that huge winter holiday.
December. What is it? December 5th.
December 5th would be a perfect day for them to release it.
What?
I mean,
Why?
That's Marvel Rivals release date. It's like, what is the dumbest possible thing that you could do? Release the same day as Marvel Rivals. But that's
like purposefully
Damn
trying to tank.
Fucked it again.
well,
Do they secretly hate Sony or something?
Oh,
I don't know what's going on, but like the market does not get better for them anytime after today. Every day is worse for them because Valve's new game, 80,000 concurrent players. Deadlock. People are loving that one. Overwatch is still doing very well. People are playing Valorant. Marvel Rivals comes out in December. When does this come out? Free to play and get more than 200 players. Double it. You'll get to 1,200 players.
Let's say you get you'll maintain 1,000 players,
Ooh,
right?
You did it.
Wow.
Yeah. And most of the people aren't going to give you a dime because the microtransactions.
And that's not enough to develop new characters and new cutscenes and all these things. Wow, bro. It's over.
8 years and you didn't even last 9 days.
Is that even a real story that it took 8 years and you didn't last 8 days? Wow, colossal of our time. That's going straight to the top. I need to record more footage for our end-of-year videos. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it goes.
I want to, man, Jason, tell us how much this shit costs. Find all the employees that worked on this. We have to know more because I'm curious. It has to be cheaper than Suicide Squad because Suicide Squad is a DC license. The cutscenes are fucking crazy. But how much? Cheap. It might not be that much less expensive. Like I think like Suicide Squad was $200 million loss. This one might be a $100 million loss, but still that's a lot for an unknown. They put a lot into this Sony, and good. Let it be a lesson to you. The market cannot sustain all these fucking live service goddamn shit unless you are coming with the biggest fucking license that you can, like Marvel Rivals. Yeah, if Marvel Rivals didn't have the Marvel license, is just yet another one. It
would just be Paladins because it's their other game that's exactly the same.
Right, and Paladins has right now like maybe 10K. And that's what you could look forward to with your live service. Helldivers 2 was an outlier. It's not it's not a template. It's an outlier.
Well, and it wasn't a game that was the copy of a bunch of other games. It's like there was nothing like Helldivers, so it made sense to pay $40 for it. And there's a half a dozen games. I mean, everything I'm seeing is from reputable places. 8-year development at a cost of an estimated $100+ million.
Yeah. So. Paladins is 3,750 players right now. Yeah. They wish, Concord wishes they can have the number. I don't even know what Paladins is. How do you know what Paladins is?
Paladins is made by the people that made Marvel Rivals, and I think it's based on the same infrastructure.
Okay.
So, I mean... I don't know. I don't see this re-releasing free-to-play to a success. This is going to be like another Sony, one of the best re-releases of all time, in my opinion, is Sony re-releasing Morbius. And I think that this, if it re-releases, will be just as much of a colossal fucking failure. Because
I thought you were talking about predecessor. There was one game that renamed themselves. Now it's called Predecessor. Even Predecessor has 3,300 players right now. Mm-hmm. They wish that they were Predecessor.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they're not.
Huge. Huge news story, huge embarrassment for Sony. 8 years, couldn't last 8 days, 9 days to be fair.
Do you think the people over at
To be fair,
I was like, it's a thing.
grab a shirt, Joe. You gotta say the thing. You gotta do it. Now I'm saying it. Grab a shirt, guys. Let the shirt say it for you. Just walk around with a shirt. And then when somebody says something, be as annoying as other John. Just point to your shirt.
To be fair.
We got to get, we've already ordered ours, so
Yeah,
I can't wait to get
they're
ours
coming.
in
Talk to 'em.
person.
Babylon's Fall developers are probably pretty thrilled because now they're not the biggest
Suck
fuck
it.
up.
Yeah.
Babylon's Fall, like nobody even remembers that shit.
Another amazing
gone.
Sony launch. Amazing.
That's so wild. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Well, that's it. That's the big one I got. I mean, there's another full video of a ton of important stuff to talk about. Anything else that you want to throw on this one?
Wow. No. We had a little real world politics in this, which I'm sure will piss some people off. Because but here's some more. Bethesda bans a Doom mod about a resurrected mech demon, Margaret Thatcher. I don't think I've even seen one video of her talking, so I don't know how she did. I am Margaret Thatcher. And because apparently Bethesda thought it was too close to real world politics. So
does a mod maker from Ireland or Scotland?
Why? Because they hate.
Just a hunch.
They hate her. Yeah, she was in office from 1979 to 1990. 79. Damn, that was before my time. I was not paying attention back then. She died in 2013, but now has been resurrected in the 10th Circle of Hell, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Why?
So that you can shoot her and take her out and kill her.
It's like, I'm going to make Margaret Thatcher's. Why? It's so fucking random.
I don't know anything about I don't know why.
Oh,
because
the Iron Lady?
The Iron Lady, yeah. Well, you would know why if you were the generation before us.
But why would you put it in fucking Doom?
Because the guy was having fun. I don't see a problem with it.
Because she was viewed as a villain for.
I don't see a problem.
People.
I have no problem with some of these political games. You clearly, when you're downloading this, you know what it is. You're down. There was a Trump game too. You can run around as Trump and Alex Jones. You remember that? Yeah. There's no problem with those.
The Zombicide one. I mean, there's a lot of ones like that.
Yeah, who cares? But Bethesda says no fun zone, I guess, and too close to real world politics or whatever.
Yeah, 1990s real world politics. Good job, Bethesda. You fucking did it. You protected the Zoomers.
The creation of Thatcher's tech base has been reported for real world. I guess that's what he named his thing, his mod thing. Thatcher's tech base has been reported for real-world politics and has been removed. The message reads from Bethesda. As a result, this account is receiving an official education notice. An education notice certainly sounds like a dystopian euphemism, but in this case, the message just goes on to point various Bethesda guidelines about mod content. And so because you didn't follow the guidelines about the mod content, then it got removed from the mods, the site. However, it's still available easily enough from his actual mod website, right? Because you know, obviously you can download mods whenever the fuck you want, from their own websites, the creators' websites and stuff. So, I just thought that was funny,
interesting.
Because you got Hitler. You remember Hitler, Mecha Hitler in Wolfenstein, and so you have Mecha Margaret Thatcher.
But that's the problem. They're like, you can't compare her. They're not. Oh, wait a minute. Never again. Depends on where you live. If you grew up in Scotland, maybe.
Scotland. Oh man, I want to go to Scotland. I can't. It's gonna
be fun.
Yes.
Haggis. You'll love it.
No.
Any AJS fans in Scotland want to put us up? Can't wait to get out there. Joe, no haggis for Joe.
No. No.
Sure, they got some good salmon. I'd love yummy Scottish salmon. Fish, Joe, you gotta learn. You gotta learn to eat.
I learned not to eat fish.
What happens if you're on an island?
Turn into cannibalism.
You wanna eat your own leg?
Auto cannibalism? Yes. Oh, that's a darker turn than I thought it was gonna be.
All right, well, that's all I got here. I got one more for the next video.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, well, make sure you check out Exeter. The Labor Day sale is going on right now, up to 30% off.
Get your Ferrari red one.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a ton of really cool stuff on there, so make sure you check it out.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in part 2. See you on the next Angry Joe Show, guys. Bye.